All right, and welcome. Your face is back as I adjust myself perfectly in my seat to a game of Minecraft. Where last episode, which I'm not sure exactly if I will put the whole thing up, we went and found a deep dark in search of an ancient city, but I didn't understand the mechanics very well. So it's basically an hour's worth of footage of me just kind of. Is this guy trying to unalive me? Trying to push me into some lava? I explored a deep dark biome. It was not an ancient city. Did some extra reading, figured out what they were. We're kind of a little bit of a fool about it. But here's some footage. I have done some sorting. I've not done enough sorting. Been coloring all the shulker box. But when I made some fireworks, I actually made two different types. Put mending and unbreaking on the elytra. We're gonna start digging down into the mountain. That there is Skulk. I should have brought some wool, but look at there. That's this would be the deep dark. Does every deep dark have an ancient city? That's what I'm trying to say. Right there, that guy. It's what one of my all-time favorite YouTubers calls a snitch block. I think if we just seal this guy in, he doesn't hear anything. So I guess that guy can hear. And you know what? I feel like I've actually had enough of this place right now. Right in the pool of water like so. And we outie 9,000. Yeah, that's a little bits of the highlights. Long story short is I come out with this many shulk sensors. I'm going to start a redstone box. I think I'll put those in the end chest box. Redstone. Yeah, just basically anything redstone related we'll go ahead and throw in there. And then we're going to take this box. Because what I think I would like to do is make a wool farm. Because I'd like to be able to explore ancient cities without fear of the warden coming and getting me. In case I cut it, in simplicity, I'm trying to use shulker shells to sort out shulker boxes. To sort out all of the different MacGuffins I have. But we're going to go over here and we're going to make an actual build this episode. That is what we're going to do. And I think I'm going to build it out of the cherry wood. Because I kind of, even though it was a little bit of a joke, I kind of like this pink for the sheep. I don't know why, but it kind of seems to fit well. And this guy over here selling shears. Shears? Yes, selling shears. Maybe we zombify him so that he gives us better deal on buying wool so that we can reinvest our spendings into shears so that we don't have to use our own iron to make an endlessly sustainable wool farm. But somewhere up in here, I think, is where I'm going to build it. I'll have to think about it a little bit. But I do think I will need some of my actual redstone. So, take some of the slate that I've saved from the Silk Touch and just mine it up. I kind of like saving such things for experience. We'll need some more redstone for all the stuff that we're doing, so might as well, instead of spending emeralds on it, we'll just do that and get some. And especially before I get too deep into things, I am going to need some wood. So we're gonna start with the cherry trees. Just start chopping them down. And make a few, and by a few I mean 2 hoppers. To use a mechanic that I'm not sure if it's meant for the game. But it does work, and I've used it to make a sheep farm before. So, yeah. Also, I'm not sure if I talked about it. Ooh, if it made it through the editing or not, but I needed punch. I've done so much editing the last few days, I don't remember everything that I've talked about. But there was a punch and something book that I did not take from the stronghold because it was missing on my bow. I have a punch book, so we're gonna do that. There we go. Good bow get. Don't you get in my bed. Don't you get in my bed. It's my bed. Okay, so then the basics of what we're going to do, like this. And then you put a dirt block, which I don't have. Just use Cottony and grab one. There we go. A dirt block, like so. And then a sheep will sit on top of that. We'll have it nice and fenced in. Whenever it eats, we'll have it get sheared by having a dispenser, this here dispenser, pointing at the sheep. We'll put shears in there. Whenever the sheep is sheared, this hopper in a minecart will suck the wool through the whole dirt block, even though it is a full block. Hopper minecarts can suck through a whole block, and it will put it in this here hopper, which will then load it in this chest. We'll also need to make an observer, which I have never before made. And I'm not sure exactly what we need to put in one. As much as I love the idea of the observer. Observer, we can make one? Yes, this guy right here. With the little bit of the yeah, just so everyone can see. I like the face. Just he's observing. But what we do is we put the observer against the grass block, and whenever the sheepy eat the grass block, this thing will update and send a redstone signal out that will trigger this here dispenser to use the shears on the sheep that is stuck in this one block, right? So like so. So this is essentially, minus some redstone wiring and a sheep and a fence, the system in whole. 100%. Just need to find a way of making it look beautiful. And what I'd like to do is do a bunch of different sheep wools, not just white in the long run. For now, I'm going to set it up with white. And I need to put like a sheep hall somewhere. Like do a long farm building made out of cherry wood. I kind of like the sounds of it, but I gotta put some thought into it. All right, well, I am fairly certain that I want it somewhere like right here. So we're gonna take Cottony here and we're just gonna clear out a little space. I think we're gonna go with something of a nice cliche looking, like the old rustic kind of half circle domed red barn. But instead of redwood, or whatever passes for redwood, mangrove wood is kind of red, we're going to use cherry blossom wood. And looked up a few different reference pictures. I'm not sure exactly how I want it to look, but I got an idea. I don't know exactly how wide we're going to want this, but we'll just say 3, have a 2 gate, and go 1, 2, 3 for now, something like that. It'll basically be the size of one of those little redstone contraptions, which right there. I'll math it all out later, but we'll have sheep on one side, sheep on the other side. You walk right down the middle between the sheep, have a nice little barn. But my question is, does this make for a good sort of foundation or support? If you were to be looking at a barn, which looks better? Does it having the actual log look better, or does it look better stripped? I don't think stripped. I want a little bit more contrast than that. That's a little bit much, I think. So it kind of looks like 3 would work just fine. So we have the observer right there looking at this grass block, and it can have redstone come out underneath it. I believe that will still power the dispenser. Let's trying to finagle with this a little bit. End up making a redstone torch. See if we put that on the back side of this, if we could toggle the observer, but unfortunately observer doesn't toggle that for shearing. And I tried a little redstone dust, just see if dust would do it, and it doesn't. It's been a hot minute since I've actually played with anything redstone related, so we're going to have to mess around a little bit with this. So this right there works, other than the obnoxiousness of having the redstone exposed. So the question then becomes what to do to cover that redstone. I can make it wider, or I don't really like, maybe not the cherry trapdoors, because that can make things a little bit more visible than I'd like. I suppose redstone would actually, if I put this there, then every time the redstone triggers. Oh, it doesn't. That's nice. Well, it opened. Yeah, it opened that. So that's not gonna work. I would have loved that idea. Give us sideways slabs, please, Mojang. That would be lovely. Or a, like an endless wall. I don't know. Like I could bring this whole thing out by a block. Or I could literally put a wall here. Okay, stone wall. What would that look like? The answer is it doesn't. That is the answer. The answer is no. All right, so that brings it out the desired amount, but now we have this strange redstone stuff going on there. I like the idea of having windows to look out. So just got to find a way to kind of cover this in. And I think I'm going to want to get some different colors to try and mix some of this stuff up so it's not quite all pink. But if we do something maybe a bit like... That's new. I know you can do that. Something a bit like that. But I think I want to go get some spruce. I don't really remember seeing any spruce in this world, but I think some spruce really mix this up nicely. That means do another thing a bit like that. Because spruce you can't see through. I think it makes a nice little touch. But yeah, just kind of repeat this pattern along for all the different colors of wool. And then again on this side. And put a basement in. And then fill the basement with shepherds so that we can buy all the different dye colors. But in the meantime, we're just going to put dirt, bone meal in there, bones in there, sure. Coal, I don't even remember why I have coal. Plant that daisy there. Wood stuffs can go in there. We'll get back to you. And keep my iron in there. Gonna keep my redstone stuff in there. Put on an Elytra. Grab my fireworks. And explore a little bit. Wow! I'm pretty sure. Look, there's my boots. Where I've been running around. It's funny, kind of like a little snail trail. It's like another mountain starting over there. Is that spruce? I think that's spruce on that mountain right there. Yep. Ta-da! Ooh, bees. I like the bees. Hole in the wall. I don't think this is a tall enough mountain for an end city. Ancient city. I keep saying end city. Too many city stuff. Wolves? Okay. Thought that was a goat at first. We're going to grab some wood and hopefully a sapling and then head on back. I like how the cherry trees stand out so far away. You can definitely tell where I need to land for my bed. Ooh, there's a lot of mobs there actually. I don't think I will land in that bed. I think I will do a little circly doodly doo, put on my chest plate and run away. Good luck, villagers. Looks like he survived the night. So I was pretty sure I saw a zombie creeper. I do not mind killing you, creepy boy. I just do not want you around all of two creepy boys. Around all of my stuff when you do so. I will definitely take your gunpowder. Gunpowder is fireworks. Fireworks is great. Just leave it in there for now. But yeah. We'll play around with the new spruce woods that we got. As I recall, The spruce trapdoor is a solid trapdoor, which will look a little bit better, methinks, against the redstone. Something like that? I don't know. Take some spruce logs and do something like this. That might be a little bit on the expensive side. I think I want it up a little bit more. Maybe up one more. Just something to add a little bit of contrast. I think I might even prefer the spruce out here. I need to make this one further out still to match that side, but maybe that. Maybe the dark oak. I don't know, I'm kind of liking the actual cherry wood a little bit more than that. That doesn't look bad. I'm not sure. Let me know what do we have? Cherry wood or dark oak? Cherry wood, dark oak. And then whenever I'm done with it, I can just come take all of that out and replace it with the other. One other thing. Unstripped cherry wood, dark oak, or stripped dark oak. Kind of liking the look of that. So a stack and a half of bone meal later, it seems as though you are no longer allowed to grow single dark oak saplings. That used to be a thing, but now, I don't know. Get out of my bed. I brought this for me. Go get your own. Guess we'll just have to go get some more. I kind of like the look of this guy being out all by himself. On one hand, good job being original and standing apart from the crowd. On the other hand, it has made you a target. Now, it might not be the most aesthetic thing to do, but in terms of keeping, whenever this shears a sheep, the wool can go all sorts of different ways. You want it to stay mostly just right there. So I think aesthetically, glass isn't the best. It looks so-so. I mean, it doesn't have to be glass, but we need some form of glass. We're in temporary lights right there. Probably work on it a little bit more later. I want to get the measurements of, I don't know how many colors of wool there are off the top of my head. So I don't know how long I need to make this thing. Get some lanterns to hang around. You want to leave glass because that'll keep grass alive. If the sheep eats this one thing and there's no nearby adjacent pieces of grass to regrow it, then you get your one wool clipping and you're done. So you need to keep grass around here somehow. And you don't want to use other blocks to kill the grass, but I could like swap these out with something different. As long as they're blocks. Fences would look the best. However, fences tend to let wool just go all over the place. So it needs something like that. Play around with it. And just to get the ball rolling there, I went and I stuffed a sheep in glass. It's actually kind of tricky to get them to fall into a 1-block square. But alas, it has been done. I think I want to put... See, how do I go about doing this? Can't really put one on top because it literally will not let me put it. But I need a way to get to the shear. Is that it? Is that how I'm going to go about doing it? I'm going to open that, put them in there. Yeah, that'll probably work, actually. I'm going to go take a nap and buy some shears. And there we go. Put the rails in there just for some temporary storage. I kind of want to make this a lot prettier in the long run. Posture check. But just in the general sense of getting this thing up and running for content reasons, I say that that's a pretty good start. I might have to turn the enchantment shears shine up just a little bit, because I don't really want to put my enchanted shears in with the sheep. As much as hitting on breaking on some of them would not be bad, I'm just not really prepared to go and do that. To go around and enchant a whole bunch of them and put them all in there. Yep. Not when I can just buy them for 2 emeralds. Just gonna put regular shears in there. And just to get the ball rolling, let's... Ta-da! Grass block grew. It tried to shear. Sheep did not have wool. So it did not shear, but there we go. Automatic sheep farm. Glorious. Look at that build. Isn't that just screenshot worthy? Best wool farm of all time. I want to get him eating on camera, but this guy just does not want to cooperate. He understands his new life, and he's not happy with it. He's protesting. Oh! Bam! Just like that. At the speed of sheep eating. And then they grew back. I don't know if that tick actually uses... Let's get the HUD back. Woo! There we go. Nice. I don't know if that HUD actually uses it again or not. But we'll call that good for now. Dirt block. And we'll just know that that's under there. I'm not going to worry about it too much just yet. So I'm going to do this with some more sheep. Yes. So I'm kind of planning this out a little bit more. And I have read there are 16 colors of wool. So for right now, I'm planning on just doing white sheep because white wool can be sold back to the villager. And why not? But in the long run, getting every one of the colors of sheep in here, we need to get this farm, this building this long, which isn't too bad. I'm just kind of fill it out a little bit at a time. I did go and get a second chest going with some bits of white wool so that I'm a little bit more ready for the ancient city when I get ready for it. I'm just kind of feeling it out a little bit still, and I'm not sure I'm feeling the 2 wide. I don't know if I want to do this 3 wide, but it kind of feels a little bit cramped. Maybe I push this out one more still further, just so that I have a little bit more maneuverability as I walk along and look at all of my captives. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Glass. If you look at it from this way, you can see the different blocks. You know, you're looking at it this way, you can definitely see the frame of the block there. You look through it, where all the blocks line up, and it looks just like air. And that's a little bit weird. I'm not sure how much I like that. So I'm wondering if I just do like this bit glass right here so the grass stays underneath it, but the ones right in between the sheep, maybe I do a different block. I don't really know. I played around with a few. I thought they looked kind of ugly, but I'm not feeling the 2 wide. All right, bring it on back in for a little bit of an update here. Flip. Playing around. I need to just get rid of the Silk Touch shovel for now. Playing around with mangrove. The spruce, that's just a placeholder. Don't pay any mind to it. Seeds. Just inventory. Get out of here. And moss carpet. Don't want you. And get out of here. Playing around with mangrove for an extra sort of red tone. And I kind of like the way it's looking. I want to frame the whole thing in a whitish block. Give it some overhang, put some stairs right along there. And I think something else needs to happen on the outside here. Maybe some trapdoors for shutters or some fences. Or some upside down stairs. Let's see. I'm looking through a few different reference pictures. Looks like some people do some overhangs for the windows and then maybe some shutters. They all have bigger windows than I do though, but yeah, maybe put some slabs or some stairs over these for some eaves. But I kind of like this little color palette. Got the bright pink, dark red, and then the brown just as a nice medium between the two. So I'm going to keep going along with that for a little while and see what happens. Unfortunately, mangroves are not exactly the easiest of all trees to farm. So this is taking a little bit. All right, another little update. Roof, mostly done. I need to put some trim around the side, like I said. But that's the whole dome of it, and I kind of like the shape it's taken. Threw down some torches in the inside. I think I'm just going to put some lanterns hanging from chains every so often. And I did dig a little bit of a tunnel out under here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to make it look like. But yeah, looking at how much wool we've got. Almost 2 stacks from those 2 sheep, just going constantly. Working rather well. Now I need to think what I want to trim this in. I want something white because of the red and white combo that is so iconic in such barns. But how many white blocks are there? We have bone blocks. I don't think they're going to work very well. We have white adjacent would be sandstone. We have concrete. We have diorite. I don't think you can do bone block slabs, and I kind of need slabs and stairs for I've done this, and I don't, last time I played, I don't think you can do concrete either. Just gonna kind of have a little bit of a dump chest here for all the stuff that I'm working with. So, what to use? I think it's time we experimented a little bit with concrete. Ran down and picked up some sand and gravel. We'll see what all we can make with the illustrious concrete block. I'm fairly sure even calcite, which a lot of people are enjoying as an extra building block in terms of its color, will not let you make slabs. Which is really... I left my crafting bench all the way up top, didn't I? Did I? I think I did. Oh? What did I do with that thing? Oh, it's in my inventory the whole time. We want, yeah, let's see, bone block, white concrete powder. Let's make some of this and see what it looks like. So normally, concrete powder all on its own follows gravity physics, which I've seen a few people decorate with it as a block for texture. As long as you don't need something that's going to be suspended in the air, they kind of like the white texture of concrete. I, however, do like the just regular concrete block. So that is what we are going to be getting. And then we have one of my all-time favorite blocks, the concrete block. Nice, uniform, like there's some pixel differences, itty-bitty little differences, but it is one of the most saturated color blocks there is, which I love. But the last time I played, we could not shape it. Does not look like we can still, which is highly disappointing. Mojang, please, where are my concrete blocks? That means if we want white, we're going to have to use diorites. And I believe we're going to double check. We're going to see all recipes. So we have diorite slab, polished diorite, diorite stairs. I'm sure if we have polished diorite, we can have polished diorite slabs and stairs. But yeah, that looks like it. I don't know. I'm looking at a few other just general reference images. We can like mix some concrete in there for a little bit of difference, but does not look possible. Very upsetting. So after a little bit of reading and checking and whatnot, one of the other white blocks that we can use that I did totally forget about is quartz, which is not something I've really thought about using too much of. We do have a fair bit of it that I could break down. So you can take quartz and block of quartz. Yep, lamb. As such, pretty nice. Almost like concrete. I truly have no idea where I put the stone cutter. I remember I moved it so that the potion making villager would stop trying to use it. But I cannot find it. I don't know. I went through all of these little individual chests. Could not find. Oh, there's diorite. That is another thing that I came back for. It doesn't seem to be over here. I'd be lying if I said I was excited about it, but I guess maybe we just build another one? Yeah, okay. We'll just do that. Lucky for me, I had some extra stone there from my Silk Touch pick. But we can make smooth quartz slabs and smooth quartz stairs. So I think doing something like this will actually be the best way of sort of lining out. Come on, like that's not a stair. What? 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 One more? Maybe just that. Yeah. And then a little mix of diorite. Can we make just straight up diorite stairs? Is that a thing? Polished. So you can make regular diorite and you can make polished diorite. I'm glad I have a nice little chunk of diorite because I was afraid that I didn't have quite enough. I'm not sure exactly how this will look. One of the things that I was looking at was using a resource pack, I think, with some shaders to make it blend in a little bit. But if do something like that. Something kind of like that. We'll see how it looks in the end. All right, let's have a look at how that's coming along. Land on mangrove. Haha, I like just switching the chest plate. Get rid of the Electra. Yeah, so ignore that half of it. I'm not sure how I feel about the breakup. Ew, that's too slow. I want to get up on the cherry tree. I'm not sure quite how I feel about the diorite. I feel like all quartz might just be better. Or all diorite might be better. And that is a bold thing for me to say. All diorite? This is what 64 blocks of nether quartz will get you up to. Not a bad view. Definitely make it on the roof a little easier. All right. There's. Ignore that a little bit. Working on it a corner at a time, but there's that done. There's that done. I feel like instead of slabs right there, I want to place some full blocks. See if they have some more down overhang to sort of seal in the front. We need to find a block to put in here. I haven't decided whether or not I want to do more cherry wood or find some other different block. And is it going to make it too muddy? Too mixing too many paints in the palette. and you just end up with brown. Well, what would be a not horrible thing to fill the arch in with? I think that doesn't look horrible. I was debating doing all stripped logs of the cherry wood. And I might just do that. But I think a little window. I see a lot of reference things will put some sort of a loft in there. And get some sort of a little window in there, break up that front a little bit. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I should just go get bamboo so that I don't have to keep making this promptu scaffolding all the time. But who's got time for that? And we'll go blop. Come on. Yeah. And plop. Well, I think some shutters. Set 2 there and 2 there. I'd really like a fence right in there, but I don't think that's going to fit. So we'll see what the shutters look like. Jump on your face. Get out. Get out. Get out. I think it's funny that I can nudge him out of the bed. I could have just clicked him out, but I thought it was funny that I'm just slowly pushing him out of bed. So, do you mind, sir? There we go. Oh, pardon the floating block there. And I kind of mixed up. I did stairs right there, but then slabs right there. And on the inside, I don't really like that diorite transition, so I'm going to put some cherry trapdoors or something like that on the back. But I did mangrove right there. I think that looks kind of nice. And I want to do one more thing yet. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to look, but I don't really like this transition. This diagonal is a little too sharp. So I want to put some more upside down stairs in these little corners, or maybe slabs. I'm afraid stairs are going to make it look a little too chunky, but we'll see what it looks like. All right, so they kind of interfere with each other's feng shui-ness. It's like you put a hand over this side, what does that look like? And you put a hand over this side, what does that look like? Which one looks better? Kind of thinking the stairs. As extra thick as they might be. I tried swapping out that one block right there. Try and ignore the mangrove behind it. It still feels just a little bit not full. That feels a little bit chunky, like a thick line, thicker than I necessarily want it to be, but better than just the stairs. I think what the problem is I don't have a steep enough roof right here. I didn't want to put the quartz stairs over these beams of dark oak that I made. Kind of like the beams. I didn't want them to be covered up. But it makes it not so steep right there, which gives this less of an arc and more of a line, if that makes sense. And so maybe at some point I'll go in and make this one taller yet on this side, raise the whole roof. But that's just a lot of work that I don't really want to have to do right now. So we are going to go with the stairs for now. And just call it good. Just say, yep, that is what it is. Of course, my last block placement would just be utterly cursed, but whatever. All right. As much as I keep saying that we keep making it there, we are even more there. Minus my toolboxes and everything, the outside is looking pretty good. Just going to make that look the same on the other side. And then maybe clean up some of this a little bit. As we sort of finalize a few things around here, one of the things that I would like to do is replace this grass with something that's a little bit more farm-esque. So I'm going and getting my non-silk touch shovel. See how much wood we have. Another full stack. Another full stack. Nice. But one of the things that you can craft is... There we go. I don't know why it has a shaped recipe, but coarse dirt. So I'll have to get some more gravel to really fill it out. But a nice little dirt block that never grows grass, which I think will look nice as a sort of path. Maybe fill it in with some of the grass path every so often. Make it look like there's a little bit of hay or something in here. But I'm like, an actual barn doesn't have very much in the way of grass on the inside. I know we need to keep grass for the sheep, but I think it'll fit a theme on the inside rather well. I don't quite hear myself, and it might just be because I've been quiet for so long that I don't know what to do. Or maybe because I got my pop filter back on. My plosives. But yeah, pretty much done. I've been recording long enough. Not recording, but playing long enough. I've hit a spot where I say I think I shall call it good. But there you go. Screenshot worthy. There's a thumbnail. Saw an interesting little thing that some people did where they used signs of the wood to sort of add some texture to the side. So I made a few signs, crafted them, slapped them on the side. I kind of like it. I'm not sure how well it's going to work in the long run if I want to build like a fence or something, because I have a few other plans. I'm like, let's build some outside pins and keep just some decorative sheep out in the wide open. Put some extra dark oak for cross beams. And bought lanterns, made the floor. It's an interesting mix of cobblestone, coarse dirt, path, hay bales, and mossy cobblestone. Went and cut a few vines and made that. And that might be a little bit much going on. And some wooden slabs, just because I like the color match. I might get rid of some more of the coarse dirt. I don't know, I feel like it might be a little bit too much brown. Hung some lanterns on the inside. I'm thinking about maybe putting a balcony of some kind up through here. Problem is, I need access to the dispensers. Here be our two sheep. I had to hang some lanterns to make sure the grass grow. In some experimenting that I did, I found that it was light level 7 right there, and these grass blocks were not growing. We're going to go off this one right here, even though I haven't filled it in at all, but this would be the spot that the sheep is standing. And it has block light level 9. So I'm assuming that they will all have enough light once I fill them in with some sheeps. But grass seems to be growing. I kind of want to put some decorations along this edge of the wall. I was thinking slabs or something. Or like upside down stairs. But once again, the issue is why I kind of ended up playing with this design is I need to get back here to the dispensers to change the shears out every so often, and I need access for that. I actually think I'm going to go and build a second thing of stairs, like put a second stair right there. Maybe not, but if I put too much here, then I actually can't get back. I don't know, that slab right there seems to work just fine, so maybe I'll run some slabs along. Oh, well, this is a problem. Good chance to check the light level. Block 10. Good deal. Let's stay in, sheep. Stay good sheep. Good sheep. Thank you for staying in. Don't accidentally fall off the glass. But yeah, I technically don't need this to stay glass. I could make this some other color as well. Other than I kind of like being able to look through the windows. I kind of like that aspect of it and see stuff that's on the outside. That grass seems to be staying grass. I don't know if it will stay grass. We'll have to watch it. But I figure I'll leave it just for an extra spread potential. But yeah. There we go. Mazel tov. Beautiful. I kind of feel like I might also cut out a little bit of this side just so that I could put some pins here or something. I want to move the shepherd up here, build a little shepherd's hut so that I can sell wool to him in the long run if I so desire. Ooh, look through. I see you guys. But other than that, I'm going to call this episode done. I have not done anything underneath here. I'll show you what it looks like. Blah. I'm actually kind of thinking about blocking this in, or maybe making this sort of a cellar access to get down here. But in terms of it doing what I want it to do, yeah, I used slabs. I am getting wool. I have got already quite a nice little supply of wool. So yeah, maybe I'll put a few more sheep in just so that I get a nice chunk of wool. Absolutely the best chunk of wool. And at some point, I will come down here and make this more pretty. I might run like double hoppers down to a whole separate floor a little bit further away from everything. Decorate a whole hall of wool. Oh, hello, sir. Do you have anything interesting for sale? Drip leaf. I have a way of getting that. Thank you, though. But yeah, all of that I think will be off camera. I've been kind of thinking about how to manage recordings a little bit better, and I've about decided that if I'm going to do this, I should do it without the face cam, which to a select few of you might be a very sad thing. But I stopped throughout the day. I went and I took a nap. I came back to this. I still don't have it quite the way that I want it, but it's a little bit of a project. I'm like, if I have the face cam on and I go and I take a nap or I work over something on the course of a few days, kind of might look a little weird. Maybe I leave just like one spot right here to get over, and then I can build a ladder right there. And I could build something in terms of just storage, kind of fill up the space. I don't know. Maybe I think just literally take some of these slabs and connect them across something like that. Just a little bit of a walkway. And then, I don't know if it's worth it in terms of storage, but just keep some extra stuff up there. But I think I'll slowly add to this a little at a time over the coming days. But it's you know, not to harp on the recording length too much, but I've been at it for a while. It's been a day off of me doing all of this. I just wonder what other oddities I might be able to do in terms of decor here. But that'll have to come later. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And I will see you in the next episode.